Disrespectful. Ethan, rapidly.
Give me just a moment. Got to see if this computer is going to work.
Alright, Char, this is what I'll say. It's still in celebration of finishing a book yesterday. Now we can do one section, but we're gonna start our new book.
Okay.
But it's only for today.
Okay. Yeah. Yippee! Okay. I think that's stupid yippee.
Your love, sweeter than honey. Your love, stronger than death. Alright, are we wanting to finish out Genesis or start another for everyone book?
I just finished the second Genesis.
We'll do Genesis for everyone part 2?
Yeah. Part 2. Man, your Wi-Fi sucks.
It's not Wi-Fi, it's because I have Logos on the hard drive, not the solid hard drive.
Wait, why?
It was a safe space because
Logos isn't even that big.
it takes lots of space, especially
Wait,
with all
what?
the books.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Like 50 gigabytes?
So let's see how much it takes. Storage. See if it'll give me. So that's the C drive. Oh. Storage. Alright, why are you only giving me... How do I see my other...
You're just finished reading.
Oh, you just are done with this? You just want to...
Yeah.
Alright. Oh. Okay. Alright, you ready, bro?
Yes. Now!
Alright. How close are you being in your system, Ethan?
Oh, we'll see. See if I can get all this kind of set up real quick.
So, are you requesting right now that you don't join for the reading so you can get that set up? You could just hear me reading from over there?
Yeah, that'll probably be best.
Okay.
All right, I'll pray. King Jesus, you're just such an amazing, beautiful, true, holy God. You're so delightful. Just thank you for the flourishing of life from you. We thank you for you had the authority to lay down your life, and then you had the authority to rise it back up again, and then you did rise it back up again. And we're all adherers to that life now. And we're followers of you, our life. And as we read the writings of the ancients, please reveal to us what it means first to them, and also in turn what it means now in light of your death and resurrection. Because King Jesus, you have taught that all scripture points towards you in the end of Luke. So reveal to us again and again what that means. Amen. Your name will be Abraham. Abram was 99 years old. Yahweh appeared to Abram and said to him, I am El Shaddai. Live your life before me and be a person of integrity, and I'll make my covenant between me and you and make you very numerous. Abram fell on his face, and God spoke with him. Here is my covenant with you. You'll be the ancestor of a horde of nations, and you will no longer be called Abram. Your name will be Abraham, because I have made you the ancestor of a horde of nations. I'll make you very, very fruitful and make you into nations. From you, kings will come. All right, you gather what was said? Yahweh's the promise. Yep. So he's 99, and here Yahweh just talks about, like, yeah, he just communicates who he is. Ham go burr. But the beautiful thing is from your seed will become blessing to the nations. Names are important. My middle name is Edgar. So now I'm trying to think. It is John Goldingay, right? So John Edgar Goldingay. My middle name is Edgar, which was my father's first name. When I was being baptized, family legend says my grandmother leaned over to my mother and asked why it was not also to be my first name. My mother allegedly replied, because they will call his father Big Ed and him Little Ed, which would be fine in the United States, but would not work in Britain, where big head suggests having too big an opinion of yourself. I don't think my parents realized that John is ultimately a shortened version of Johanan. Yahweh showed grace, which is a neat name to be given. If they had realized, they would have been glad, because they had waited a while for the gift of a child. Names can suggest people's destinies or significance, or say something important about their parents. Prayers for them. So far, Genesis has been talking about Abram. In Genesis 17, the name changes to the familiar form Abraham. God brings about this change in connotation and connection with another reaffirmation of the promise to make Abraham into a numerous people, which God now expresses in a different way by declaring that Abraham will be the ancestor of a horde of nations. The first part of the name, Ab, is the word for an ancestor or a father. In the New Testament, Abba is the Aramaic equivalent. Now, if anyone wondered about the meaning of the earlier name Abram, they would probably conclude it meant exalted father ancestor. In a sense, it already thus constitutes a promise of what Abram will be. There was nothing particularly exalted about him in his beginnings. And if you ask someone back in Haran what the name Abraham meant, they would probably say it meant the same as Abram. That is, these are two different spellings of the same name, like John and John, or Anne and Annie. But in Hebrew, a horde is a Haman. So that within the name Abraham, you could see most of that word. It is the business part of the name, too. On is simply an ending, like the ending and on ending. Okay, so you see that? So Abraham, it's like the ending of horde, because Haman ends with horde. So it's like father horde. Is that do you see that connection now? So what does Haman mean? So when we read Abraham, or father horde, exalted father horde. Interesting. On the basis of that, God can give a new significance to the longer, more familiar version of the name. There are other significant aspects to what God says to Abraham. Genesis tells us that Yahweh appeared to Abraham, but God's own self-introduction to Abraham is, I am El Shaddai. Yahweh is the name God will reveal to Moses, and a name by which God will be known to Israel. While Genesis knows that Yahweh is also acting and speaking in Abraham's day, it is thus quite happy to use the name Yahweh. It also knows Abraham himself will not have used it. Names such as El Shaddai, which, pop quiz chart, do you know what L stands for? Yeah, it's short for Elohim. Mm-hmm. I'm not forgetting what Shaddai, so he'll probably tell us. Correspond. That will make sense. Names as El Shaddai correspond more to the way Abraham would have spoken. This usually signifies that the real God is involved here, the God who will be involved with Israel. But it preserves the distinctiveness of the way God will later speak to Moses. God gives Abraham two significant biddings. First, he is to live his life before God. Live your life in Hebrew is a word literally meaning walk, but it is a form of that verb that suggests walking about rather than simply making a simple walk from A to B. It is the verb used of Noah's and Enoch's walking about or living their lives with God. Abraham is to walk or live his life before God, which makes a different point. So, in the ancient imagination, when I say you got to walk with God, does it just mean that you walk home with God? It's like as an example. Like, yes, it means actually walking home with Yahweh, but it's in everything you're walking with Yahweh. Abraham's walk will be one that God is watching over, which is both an encouragement and a challenge. So here before, Yahweh made a promise, but did they take the promise on their own? Yeah, they took it on their own and they abused Hagar. Both are significant in context. God will be watching over Abraham protectively, as God has been doing through Abraham's ill-advised Egyptian adventure and his expedition to rescue Lot, as he promised in Genesis 15 and will promise again here. God will also be watching to see what kind of person he is, like Noah. Abraham is to be a person of integrity. The word is usually translated blameless, which makes it sound impossibly demanding. But the word God uses suggests not the absence of any faults, but the presence of a positive quality, which is, in a way, at least as demanding as expectation. More literally, God wants Abraham to be whole, though in our context, that would have psychological overtones. God wants Abraham to be wholly committed to God's way. God doesn't expect him to be sinless. God is realistic and can cope with people making moral mistakes. Rather, God looks for a certain direction in people's lives, a certain cast to their lives, a fundamentally moral wholeness or straightness. So, does Yahweh expect his people to be completely void of compromise? But what does he want our whole body and being to be oriented towards? Yep, we turn our whole body and senses. And actually in that, we become less and less compromised because our face is on him, not on our desires. We submit our desires to him. Desires are not wrong, but it's how we accomplish those desires. In connection with that, God will make a covenant commitment to Abraham. Actually, God has already done that. And Genesis 15 was clear that making the covenant did not issue from Abraham's being a person of integrity. He had not been that when they went down to Egypt. If Abraham made a contribution at all to them making the covenant, it was simply by trusting in God's promise. Nor was the making of that covenant conditional on any acts Abraham will do. Yet God's commitment to Abraham was designed to involve Abraham's integrity. And if that integrity is not forthcoming, it is not clear that God's purpose in relaying to Abraham can be fulfilled. Abraham's integrity was not the basis of the covenant, but it was essential to its working. In this sense, God can only go on affirming the covenant commitment if Abraham does the same. Otherwise, as with a marriage relationship, things will simply not work. It takes two to tango. God repeats earlier promises about flourishing and about nations coming from him, and also adds a note about kings. All right. What do you learn? Horde? That's a new thing we learned, right? That was good. Horde man. All right, Ethan, anything you learned? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But then the blameless aspect is not the lack of faults, but just like the willingness to seek God.
Mm-hmm. So just to repeat, you appreciated how it communicates that, because usually it gets translated blameless, in which we think of, the very straight and narrow person who doesn't even like they could be straight and narrow without even looking at Yahweh, but it's actually it's what it's about. What it's about walking with God. All right, friend, we can start. And I'm hearing you want to do Rocket League, bro. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah.
My laptop is kind of a toaster.
Mm-hmm.
Optimizing download cache.
You should also probably get Core Keeper downloaded, which is pretty small for tonight. Which tonight you could use also the other computer, so it's not too big of a deal.
You ever faced a Cyclops, Freenos? No?
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'll switch to headphones, since, especially if Rocket League's getting played, and my sounds is not taking over the Rocket Leaguings.
Vengeance. Lord Morris, so how are you this eve?
Princess, I was going to ask you the same thing. As for me, I'm doing well, pending your response to the same question. In any case, I'm grateful that we had a chance to speak the way we did.
I'm grateful too. So, we remain close acquaintances then, right?
Of course, although I haven't had a lot of close acquaintances given my work, so forgive me if I stumble.
We'll do our best. What's Eris up to now? How's it going? Surprise me, music maker.
Back on your feet, I see.
Smells delicious.
Were the heights of Olympus all that you imagined at the palace of Lord Zeus? If you're to overcome such hardships to reach that point, the view had best be worth the while.
The palace grounds were like nothing I've ever beheld. Though everything was so vivid, I scarce could see it all. I felt as though I didn't belong there.
That you do not. Well, as long as your mountain relatives showed you a bit of hospitality in the brief time you had.
They did, but I'm glad I'm back. Trade you.
Yeah, what? Makes sense you and Doom would get along. First I figured he'd put you off like everybody else, but you both like following orders so much. Means you have a lot in common.
I don't believe we've had a single conversation about how much we love following orders, so we do get on, I think. It doesn't trouble you, does it? You'd tell me if it did.
I'd tell you if it did. Moros never was a happy sort, not that any of us really are. But when he's better off, it probably bodes well for everyone else. given his connections and all.
Has he seemed happier to you?
Maybe just me.
The ashes remember. I understand.
To all of you just joining up, welcome. While I do not wish to insinuate you're some kind of slacker, nonetheless, I can't help but observe it's been more than a few nights since last you vanquished me, young one.
I thought my training here was more or less complete, Commander. All the nocturnal arms are at my disposal, and I know them well. Am I to keep reducing you to dust?
Well, the choice is ultimately yours, of course, but lest you forget, there's always more for you to learn, and only one way to learn it.
By hitting you repeatedly.
And often. Now, come on!
Such intricate work. I can deepen my connection with the night. This I vow. To the mountaintop. I was born for this.
You're reminiscent of your brother quite a bit. A consummate dealer of death he was, born in the pressures of the deepest hells. Although perhaps you wouldn't get along, just as my siblings and I have our little spats.
For the battle to come. Couldn't do it. Straightforward.
To all the enemies of Hades, near and far, may reason returns. Great Hecate informs me you have regularly crossed the morning fields. There's something I would ask, as much as it pains me, for a concoction I've been dying to complete.
Certainly no harm in asking, Lady Medea. What is it that you seek, and to what end?
I need the vapor from the tears spilled by sorry souls that linger in that place. If you could gather up some tears declaring them for me, then collect their boiled essence from your cauldron, I'd be very much obliged.
And which sort of concoction would be possible once you possess these essences of sorrow?
One that shall be of no small benefit to you and I alike. You needn't go too far out of your way, of course.
Of course. Harm for the afflicted, is it?
As you desire.
Thank you.
for it is I. We have the Titan in a stalemate, so you take all the time you need bailing us out.
Bronze. It's been a busy night.
Hi. Perfect.
Let's get the lay of the land. Peace, sir.
You blasted gods and goddesses are all alike. Prepare.
Court. You say the gods never shared nectar with you. Well, I'm sharing some now. Perhaps you can regain a taste for it.
No more of this, witch. I told you I don't care for it, and presently I have no plans to go make any offerings myself. My tolerance for you likewise nears its limit.
Your tolerance is enough, sir. I see how hard you work, expecting nothing in return. For all you've given to Olympus, may you never give your soul.
That would require me to have one still. Friendly word of advice. Beware a large and not entirely dead boar snuffing about in the Ephyra alleyways. It's come for me.
You're being hunted by a boar, not the other way around. Did I hear that correctly?
We had our troubles in the past while it was more alive. This is what I get for not finishing the job when I had the chance. Look at the time.
It's against time, and so help me, we are going to win.
Hi. Not now. Where else can we go?
mother's features rather than your father's, young lady. Poor old Hades. How the world weighed heavily on him. He was a good brother to me and shall be suitably avenged.
The might of the heavens. Back to dust.
When I first reached out to you many nights ago, I figured, hey, another cousin. I like those. But the truth is, I never expected you to make as great a difference as you have. My hope is I've done my part to make it possible.
Carefully. Hermes must be in the area. Looking forward to this. Needed that. Need to recharge. I call upon the moon and draw you down.
The lion pelt's now worn by Heracles. He took it from a creature dear to me. I hated him, though he was acting at the behest of the gods, who sought to see him prove his fealty. I have since learned to leave my anger far behind. Night Bloom.
Time to go. Hear me, on my authority.
Somebody's there. You some kind of deathless goddess of the underworld, you said. It seems you'd be better off staying on your side of the fence.
I'm here to pay my relatives a visit. You just keep getting in the way. Almost as though violence better suits you than the shepherd's life.
Why, you're a real thinker for a slice of meat. Just 'cause I'm retired don't mean I don't want to work up an appetite no more, does it now?
Damn it. Fast asleep again. Must have been my chaos spoon just then.
I see something for you.
Let's get you someplace safe. See you in the crossroads. This way. Area clear.
You cold?
The ship's helm.
Greetings to you.
Why not?
Be right there.
Right here.
And done.
Good work.
Can hardly feel this bottle. Just as weight. Though I still have fond memories to fill the gaps. It's funny. I've lost track of how long I've been dead, but still not used to it entirely.
Perhaps Perhaps it's impossible to become entirely accustomed to the way we are. Though, I'm surprised you have any nostalgia for a time when you were young.
You're one to talk. How many times have you reminisced about your quiet evenings listening to the river and the frogs? Sometimes we forget the pain, and sometimes that's all we remember. Though I'll remember this too. Wait, what are you even doing here? I thought you were supposed to be bound to the underworld, but here you are, commandeering warships and whatnot.
I am still bound there. I just loosened the bindings a bit. Though I feel absolutely wretched now. So if the legions of Kerners don't stop me soon, my blood curse surely will.
Really? Because you look great. You look well. I mean, unafflicted by a curse of any sort. Maybe a little seasick is all. Just take one of these, hey. Here you go.
Cheers, Icarus. More anchors.
My regards.
I grow strong. Last one. To better light my way. Next vessel. Back from the depths, I see. Tira! soon be back for more, won't you? In the name of Hades. Yes.
All for you! The abomination called Charybdis forms within the waters of the sea, a vortex from which not even the sleekest ship can possibly escape.
I should probably go. The Isle of Aia.
Of hens. Bubble. I knew you would arrive. Oh, such a mess. I told Our Lady Hecate that relocating this whole isle likely would have certain side effects. But to have inadvertently brought cruel Charybdis here, not here, of course, but close.
Now that you mention it, the giant whirlpool with tentacles and teeth did seem a little out of place in this channel.
At least she still has no shortage of sailing ships to crash into her maw. She hasn't troubled you, though, has she, Poppet?
Oh, no, not at all.
Then very well.
And caught.
I've not a doubt.
Evening, little pigs.
Shall we go, ladies?
No, you don't. My claim. In the name of Hades. There it is. Better.
Look there.
Olympus, accept this message.
Oh, it's you! So if you get past me again, what's next for you, Trouble? I've never seen someone go through so much just to see their family. Most of us have to try to stay away from ours.
That terrifying cloud encompassing the summit of Olympus conceals Typhon, in case you haven't heard. I'm surprised you haven't gone to see him for yourself. Anyway, Prometheus is next, then Typhon. But you first.
You're telling me you're here to pick bigger and bigger fights? Babe, I knew we had something going on, but we have more in common than I thought. Come on, let's go. Hang on, reloading! Got something for you.
Get out of here. Got it. Now the climb.
So you'll get a chance. You put that in the bitch to get one.
Ethan will know more about it.
Well worthwhile.
So
They don't let up.
The very mountain groans and rumbles underneath the feet of the princess. Its stonework shifting, not unlike her father's realm.
Reminds me of home now that you mention it. More sappers.
The infinite dark. Such terrifying might.
I have this. Coinage.
every start.
Tula now. My boon from Chaos came alive. In the name of Hades. Now. Lady Hestia. Hold. The Master Craftsman's gift. Excellent stuff. I walked the path.
Help yourself. Cousin, after much consideration, I admit the best plan that I have for stopping Typhon at this point is to rely on you. The next best alternative available would be most dire.
Lord Uncle Zeus alluded to some force that could potentially defeat that monster, but bring great harm to Olympus in the process. Is that the alternative you mean?
It is. My energies, as you can see, are focused on repelling our enemy's forces here. But it seems I shall also have to dissuade my father from taking a catastrophic course, if but to buy you time. I'm counting on you. We all are. Excellent. I haven't the time.
Another toast. To all of you. Cheers. Why hello?
Have you any idea why this mountain has been shaking ceaselessly? Doubtless to the occasional dismay of your honored guests.
Yes, I do. Sometimes the feasting gets a little rowdy, if you know what I mean, with all the dancing and whatnot. Uncle Poseidon's not the only Earthshaker on Olympus.
No, Typhon has awakened. The father of all monsters now threatens your own father's palace. You can ignore Kronos somehow, fine. Prometheus, perhaps. But not this.
Oh no, Typhon's out there, come to ruin everything. Whatever we do.
See that, baby? Nobody cares. Whatever happens, happens. And we're gonna feast until it does, no matter what. Nice try with that one, though. Called it. Do we have to escort you out?
What mirth remains upon the war-torn mountain of the gods apparently is concentrated here, where Dionysus, god of wine, plays host to his most favored retinue of revelers.
At least those satyrs aren't trying to slaughter me.
Just relax.
Hello?
Take it easy. She'll be back.
Lord Poseidon! Come on, cat!
Package here.
This was stolen from us. Perish. Hear me, on my authority. Guess who? Perhaps your so-called Master Kronos wants for you to fail. To suffer more than you already have. He seeks vengeance on the gods for overthrowing him before, when you were their ally.
I don't seek my master's forgiveness nor assume his loyalty. Alliances are born of shared goals, perhaps ideals. Whereas the gods and I are at cross purposes.
Because they punished you for crimes you knowingly committed? What else could they have done after you deceived them and took from them?
I took nothing. Fire spreads, burns anything that stands in its path. The gods sought to imprison it, but I set it loose. Now at last, we each are free, and burning still.
Visions of flame.
Two ashes. Reinforcements now. No matter what I tried. All according to plan.
Saw that coming. For the will of night.
What's up? He is not
then after this one, then after this time, steps have to be done.
Tula. Caught out. Looks like a lamprey. Found me. All right. You two appear well fed. Stay in the ground next time.
The foul brood of storm-bringing Typhon crawl through the growing cracks in the stonework of the Fortress of the Gods, as though to shake the mountain to its very core.
Best watch my step. Lord Apollo, my cousin, my friend. This ambrosia reminds me of the moment I first saw your father's palace and heard your wondrous song. Thank you for letting me see our world in a new light, and for always believing in me.
Believing in you couldn't have been easier, Lady Malinui. Even without this ambrosia dancing with moonbeams from the crossroads. I feel truly blessed to have met you, and that my sister found you when she did. You're the greatest boon our family has received in a long, long time.
I accept this message. The light of the sun.
Cheers, Em.
Delivery arrived. A few more floors. More scales. Hear me, on my authority.
Hey, Em.
Lord Hermes.
There you are.
Peace can wait.
You should have everything you ordered for my special shrine with faster shipping free of charge. Now comes the hard part. Think you're ready for it, Em?
I'd be less ready were it not for you. Thank you for meeting with me here. Does Olympus know you're doing this?
They know I'm out delivering supplies. We're all on the same side anyway, right? No need to bore them with the details when they've got their hands completely full. I'm off.
Farewell. I'll take it. There. Okay.
All right, friend. With the thank you. All right, do you still?
Hail, Typhon!
for you as well, Typhon.
Olympus. This is it. So this is how monsters are made. The loss of strength.
That was amusing to behold.
Gemstones from the earth. To all my family on the mountain, let me pass. So bright. It's dawn. Zagreus, if only you could see this for yourself.
Few ever have laid eyes on the glorious palace of the King of the Olympians, as only those deemed worthy may enter, or even locate it amongst the mountain peaks.
Well, here it is. They're here.
We salute you.
Blessings to you.
Moonlight, guide us.
Typhon is not backing down, though we shall drive him back each night he deigns to threaten us, if that is what it takes.
Either that, or we could probably destroy him, along with this mountain and a good portion of the surrounding countryside. Although, where would we live thereafter?
We needn't weigh that possibility at all, Hera, my dear. Best not to even speak of it. Melinoi assured us Typhon could be dealt with in a different way.
I'd not intended to make promises on that account, Lord Uncle. Though I shall do everything in my power to ensure Olympus stands while Typhon falls. I just need to concentrate on Kronos for a while.
Well then, pardon my bluntness, my dear, but why aren't you in your underworld? We now can hold our own, you've seen, but we cannot reach the Titan ourselves.
Do as you must, Melinoi. We shall be waiting to hear word of your success in Tartarus, and you can count on all our blessings on the way.
Fare you well.
Your song is such a welcome sound after a hard night's climb, cousin. It nearly makes me forget the troubles we're dealing with. All this light, however, I'm not used to yet.
We're not much used to it here either for how dark it's been of late. Though let's get you back before it drains you more. Sounds like you have to pay Kronos a visit soon.
That I do. Should Typhon rise again, I shall return. Return to Shadow now. We're getting somewhere. Glad to be back here with you. But it's a new night now.
You know how late it is?
Begging your pardon, Shades.
Oh, great.
Ugh.
Sounds like there was a big commotion on Olympus last night, and I wasn't even around thanks to you. How'd it go?
Just great. Almost got eaten by the father of all monsters trying to distract him from destroying everything in sight. You really had to be there.
You know, babe, when somebody misses out on a good time, you gotta play it down. Like, oh, it wasn't anything that great. Or they'll feel bad they couldn't make it.
You should feel bad.
Well, now, I don't.
Another victory for the unseen.
Felled that monster.
Here are the bones. What's possible?
Good show that time.
Become what I seek. It's cooking.
Hermes indicated you were instrumental in releasing Typhon's grip on Mount Olympus recently. I trust that your embattled relatives contributed their share to that result.
I may be just a frontline diversion in stopping the monster's attacks, but it worked. Lord Zeus at least was able to remind Typhon about the power of his lightning bolt. The others had their hands full someplace else.
The gods must be grateful for such an effective frontline diversion. And Kronos must be grateful for the brief reprieve as well. But carry on as you see fit. This was all part of the Titan's plan, and shall likewise factor into ours.
My thoughts exactly. I may have a new request. Up for another song? Among the best. What do I need? Some more recycling. I like this one. Would you play this one, please? One of my favorites.
Kneel before me.
You're all right.
Hey, you. Take all the time you need.
A garden
flourishes. We've not too many shades all the way out on the Olympus front. Only a few brave souls. They're saying that you met Lady Athena face to face. How's she holding up?
Considering she's holding back great numbers of the Titan's forces single-handedly, she seems remarkably composed.
I'd ask you thank her for the times she may have saved my skin, but discretion's for the best.
You sure I shouldn't say anything?
Pleased to see you well again, Your Grace. Don't know about you, but last night was hard fought for me. Those Kronos warship crews don't seem to tie around.
Icarus, I thought I told you I'm not your grace. I may be the princess of the underworld by birth, but here I serve the unseen, the same as you.
I know, it's just I don't want any special treatment here. Other shades all seem to be polite with you. And I like calling you Your Grace, as long as you don't mind.
Just not too often, then.
Yes, yes.
This strength is mine. I see.
You done back there? May we converse? Hey, would you attest to my disciples that I've taught you a great deal when it comes to fighting Typhon? They've been getting a little unruly, and you'll be doing me a favor.
But, Commander, you've not told me anything about him. Ah, I know what this is. You wish to see if I would stoop to speaking falsehoods merely because I was asked.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm asking real nicely. Come on, young one, would you just do this for me here?
I'll not bring shame upon us both.
Damn it.
Welcome, everyone, to the unseen. For the underworld. Sister Selene's brilliance at my command. The dark power of Nyx now in my hands.
Everyone at ease.
Show me what you can do.
Well chosen.
You have done well.
For the realm. Fear is for the living and the dead. Deep breath. For the Silver Sisters. I'm grateful, Daedalus.
Within those waters teems the strangest life.
Got you. Whoa, a net fighter. Couldn't do it.
obviously getting all the attention lately. He's resisted all my charms. That never happens. But all he wants is this mountain, and not in a loving way.
Mind getting that for me?
Maggot. Spider silk? Ah, to face such cataclysmic times and all this tragedy. Truly, these are memorable nights. How fare your journeys to that cursed place the gods call home?
Eventful, in a word. Your concoctions have been broadly useful on the way. I always thought such magic focused on a single victim at a time.
Reach a certain point, and the world itself can be the single target of your wrath. Keep practicing, sorcerers. We've no shortage of enemies on whom to ply our trade. So mote it be.
Thanks.
My heart's racing non-stop. Whatever you've been up to in your crossroads there, hope it works.
Okay. What's left of Aphira? Still in their shades.
Regards for helping clear the air a bit up here. Bought us a little moment to recover and regroup. Now everybody's all fired up again to break the siege. Oh, but listen to me. All about the warring like the rest of them.
spill last night, but already is beginning to stir, Hermes reports. His target clearly is our summit. If only he were as easy to thwart as to predict.
Let's have a look around.
Wisdom of Athena live up to her reputation, Flower? I would think our master strategist should not have to defend the front lines herself. But what do I know?
The garlic bulb. Lend me your light.
You have begun to understand the secrets of the Black Coat. One I can share. A waking phrase to utter by the Silver Pool. I see you bring bliss and destruction in your outstretched arms. Remember it and speak it, little star. Behold the stars.
With Seleni's grace. Go for it, Golly. To nature.
Now something's up.
Oh, I quite like it here. As much as I've enjoyed experimenting in my little corner of the city, a bit of the outdoors is giving me some benefit, I think.
If only I could say the same for your various toxins, venoms, poisons, and such, Lady Medea. Doesn't the Will of Night forbid the use of certain substances?
Is that so? Perhaps I'm not entirely caught up on all the latest bylaws, but you have bigger problems here than a bit of sour blood. Oh, Cyclops. Well, Cyclops, we make a decent partnership.
Ugh, I still feel nauseous. You ever faced a Cyclops, Phrenos? No?
Who dares? Princess, I ought to mention, I know there are others whom you're close with, all of whom I think you've known longer than me. I, on the other hand, have no one else. Living with my sisters, I had little opportunity.
I can think of no other explanation. Many different goddesses or gods would surely be delighted if they had you in their lives, Moros. But if I'm to have you to myself for now, that's certainly all right.
I'm pleased you do not mind.
Come on over.
More of this filth.
Regained your strength, I see.
Domname Sion.
That's Selene.
Become as new. Bubble away. Here you are.
Malinoi.
So that's it. The pool should have something for me. Xynth, I see you bring bliss and destruction in your outstretched arms. The hidden aspect of Shiva. I'll keep this in mind. Show me your past. My form.
Is to be trusted then? You there, get back in formation or else!
I swear it, Nyx. Break the siege. Ready or not, hence I go. Raining again.
How you must thirst for vengeance, niece. I know the feeling only all too well. Vengeance! As cold and dark as the bottom of the sea.
Suffer no more. It's no use. Tula, go for it. And caught. It's a figment. Go, Tula. I can't. Feels even sturdier. A little pain is all.
You traveled far bearing the embryo I gave to you, which was an interesting matter to observe, and in accordance with the Fate's design. But did they spur your actions, or did you, or I? Further amusement to consider. Thus, thank you.
Something's changed in me. That gloom, a shadow spinner. Out of shells. Until we meet again.
Many of your family, eh? They're better off if you ask me. Though you didn't ask me. Probably wouldn't even if you could, and also keenly aware you're expecting me services, not me opinions, so, here.
Smith God's power. Hi, Nem.
Was just about to throw this out when you came along. Take it.
I'm saved.
So what?
Go on, Tula. Come on out. That's a figment. Count right now. Confiscating stolen property. Not a chance. Acceptable. In the name of Hades. Until we meet again.
Question. Tell me, ere we clash again, has your brother come to understand yet the necessity of his participation in your task?
It's been a bit of a struggle. He's found a suitable weapon in our father's spear, but he hasn't granted me its essence yet.
Then tell him what he needs to hear, if that is what it takes to spur him on. I do not like having to count on him any more than you, but his cooperation is an absolute necessity.
I need more than his cooperation. I need his trust. I'm not going to deceive him, if that's what you suggest.
I suggest nothing. The task is yours, as are the methods you employ to achieve it. But achieve it.
I intend to. To recharge. Fire! I don't think so.
Return to Shadow now.
I passed the test.
You rabble-rousing miscreant again?
Could try a different one. The amulet. Let's see here. Farewell, Erebus. Not heard this one before. See that one, Tula? Victory! Cheers for that, Tula.
I see no reason to refute.
Transform. No escape.
A brilliance. The three fates themselves are gone, Hermes has said. Our situation grows that much more desperate then. And yet, I never could depend on outside influence in my success. I trust you take no offense.
No, I understand what you mean. Kronos feared some sort of fated prophecy would do him in again, like when our fathers overthrew his rule. But if the fates no longer are setting the course of what transpires, then we shall.
We shall. For the goal of any strategy is to leave as little as possible to chance. We count only on those who prove themselves dependable, and above all, ourselves. My Aegis is yours. I see. Fight on, cousin.
Transform. In the name of Hades. Excellent. The boon from Chaos just took hold.
To give you my regards whilst you are here, my kin, but the need to dispose of trespassers took precedence. I trust we may yet meet in time.
Go for a swim and there'll be your queen caught between your journey and the bounty of the sea.
Here goes. Limestone. Take your shot, sister.
You got him. Nice shot. Oh, hi, Melinoi.
Good evening.
Hard making friends with goddesses, but I have what I need. We can be on our own without feeling alone, you know? I hope you know. That's how it is for me.
I do know, and feel much the same. When we're not watching one another's backs, we have Selene and Headmistress watching over us. Still, it's always good to see you face to face.
You too. Most of my family I can do without most of the time. You're an exception. We may not be sisters by blood, but you'll always be Sister Melinoi to me.
Likewise, Sister Artemis.
We Silver Sisters were the keepers of the Nocturnal Arms. The blades of Lim and Oro serve Knight's will at your command, but there is more to them.
You're serious? I'm listening. What would you have me do?
At the Silver Pool, invoke the blades with this. I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen. I think you're ready now. It should be good.
I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen. A waking phrase. Thank you for the honor, Artemis. Whose aspect is this, do you know?
Oh, no one in particular. Just another threefold goddess of shadow, like Sister Hecate, but of a different age and place. I shouldn't say more. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen.
My mark be with you. Watch your step.
Fight on. Sure. In the name of Hades.
Oh, look who.
Was that a new song I heard on my way in? Something about treasures glimmering, another one about the sea.
You could have said, Skilla, I don't know anything about themes, so I just can't appreciate the depth of your work. But yeah, it is a new song. And only the first part.
I suppose the second part is imminent. You make your performances unnecessarily difficult by fighting me, but that's a choice you keep on making.
Well, we have to drown someone. And sailors have gotten too easy, lady. You'll never be an artist if you don't push harder and harder and harder. This song's called Bewitching Eyes.
That's delightful.
With bewitching eyes. Red in a queen, give me
Siren's ready room. It's over. That's a gutter bomb. The stone. Big drop. Won't hurt at all. So quiet. Darkness. By the will of chaos. And caught. Phantoms be gone. Hear me, on my authority. Take care. Care. This one. Need to recharge. Flourish. Can't right now. ashes. Couldn't do it. Behold the Argent Skull. Let me show you the way. Be at peace. Narcissus, he came back.
So anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I didn't mean for you to end up here, you know? But I get that you did. I don't want you to hate me.
Don't want you to hate me. Hate me. Hate me.
But I don't hate you. You're a great conversationalist, great listener. Which I don't mean romantically, just to be clear. But just, oh man, I'm a dummy. And I'm sorry too, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry too. Okay, I'm sorry too.
Well, you don't have to say that. But I'm glad you feel the same way. So like, maybe we can still be friends?
We can still be friends? Still be friends? Be friends?
Nice. By the way, I like this bridge.
I like this bridge. This bridge. This bridge.
Thanks as always, Echo. Good seeing you two. Good seeing you too. You too. You too. Now they're getting somewhere. Grow golden once again. My chaos curse subsided. In the name of Hades. One more. Rest now, all of you.
I sense the influence on you of the arcana for which I am personally known. Then let the magic course through you, and may whichever hex you manifest lead you to glory. Then let us turn our foes.
Could get going now. Let me past. Go, Tula. Caught out. It's an anguish. Olympus, I accept this message. Such strength. Cleaning then.
And many-fanged maws turn now appreciate.
Feel better, Cerberus. Victory.